Now we have what, 8 or 9 retina specialists in our department?
Well, we have 11 actually.
Oh, well, yeah, now that, okay. Yeah. Right. So that's happened. So there's more. As a fellow starting, your job is to learn as much as possible. You're working with each of these different surgeons. They have different personalities. They have different surgical preferences in the OR. How do you go about navigating and adapting and trying to absorb as much as you can from everyone?
Well, you just have to write everything down. Everyone does things slightly different. Some people do things very different from the other, and the result is, similar or the same. So that's when you putting, you being in the driver's seat and you putting the work to write stuff down after surgery, write how they did the procedure, what kind of needle they used, how did they grab the needle driver to make things more efficient? Initially, you just want to get the steps down, and then you sort of start. Once you go with another attending and then you go back to someone who you liked in the beginning, what you may have liked in the beginning may change as you learn more. Or it may just solidify like your initial impression and be like, oh, this is definitely the way I want to do it. Or maybe I'll take this from this person and this from that person. But it's just putting in the work, writing all the steps down, and then just sort of picking what works best for you and your ability, practicing what you don't do as well, and then watching surgical videos, trying out new techniques. They're really good at just trying out new techniques that are out there. So we get to experience, just basically things as they come into the surgical world.
In terms of like reading or developing the knowledge aspect of things, did you have like a curriculum already preset, or did you sort of did you do it as based off what you were seeing in clinic?
So I started off with Ryan's Retina, and then it was more of a, I saw this case. It was really interesting, and I just want to know, like, I'm a differential oriented person.
Yes, you are.
Superlative. As you could probably know. So every time I look at something, I'm like, okay, so what can this be, right? And then I try to think of as many things as possible. So in retina, I think for all of medicine, of course, but in retina, there's, it's easy to miss stuff because there are a lot of things that look alike, and the differences are very subtle. And there may not even be differences to the human eye, and it's differences in ICG or differences in ultra wide field FA. So you do need to, just read a lot and get your mind in on it. And so every time I saw a case that was interesting, I just tried to look up articles, and same for surgeries, different techniques and why one technique works better than the other and the potential complications. And once you start operating by yourself, the looking up the potential complications part becomes a lot more relevant because no one is there to save you.
Right.
So you obviously, you're kind of forced to read, otherwise things won't go the way you need them to go.